Good morning, ladies. It's me, Brandy. I'm hopping on this morning. I'm going to be sharing with you, ladies, the difference between setting powder and setting spray. I get this question a lot from my clients asking, Brandy, what am I the best candidate for? Should I get the setting spray or should I get the setting powder? So I'm going to go over these two, bring you my tips, which one is best for you. I'm curious, do you use either or? Let me know. We're going to go over the setting powder first, ladies. So the setting powder was created to absorb any extra oils or any extra product on your face that is shiny, that creates any excess on your face. The setting powder was created to go in there and mat it out, and it also stops your makeup from transferring. So generally, this is what mine looks like. It's a very loose powder, and generally it's translucent. So what does that mean? It doesn't have any pigment to it. So you're gonna go in and you're going to prime. You're going to start with your foundation, and you're going to go in and use some of your translucent powder, and you're gonna go in and it's going to mattify that makeup, and it's going to absorb any extra oils or shine on your face. That's what it was designed to do. And not only that, you can still layer more products on top of your setting powder. So I want to bring that to a lot of people's attention because it's something I didn't necessarily know, that you can layer that powder. So what that means is you'll go in with your foundation, and then you can set that foundation, especially if you're a person that does not like your makeup transferring whatsoever. And a lot of my clients are like that. Because when they ask me about our foundations or any of that, they're like, Brittany, does it transfer? So here's another tip that I just want to give you. You can layer your setting powder. So go in, put your foundation on, and then set it. And then you could go in and add your bronzer and your blush. You could set it again. And you're just going to really make it so that makeup does not transfer, and it really mattifies your look. So if you're a person that struggles with shiny makeup or a shiny face, or your skin produces oil through the day, you guys, you really need to have a good setting powder. One of the concerns that I have with setting powders is in mature skin for older women is they're like, Brittany, I'm really afraid of it creating lines or it setting up. So what I would recommend is if you do have mature skin, go in with your setting powder on just your T-zones, okay? Just those spots that are oily. And not only that, honestly, our setting powder is super, super lightweight. It's not a coverage, so it's really not going to be setting up too much on those wrinkles. It's not going to be anything that you need to majorly worry about. But with that being said, as your skin matures, another thing to consider is the setting spray. Which I love my setting spray. It smells like a dream, you guys. With setting spray, I want to kind of go over the difference with that because some people use a setting spray versus their powder. So I hope you guys caught that with the powder. I'm going to go into the setting spray right now. Can you use powder and spray together? So that's one of the first things I'm going to cover with this. But setting spray generally is something that you finish with. Some people do prime with their setting spray because it actually, when you spray it on, it creates a barrier. But I personally would still absolutely use a primer, you guys. I know some people substitute it as that. I have been guilty of doing that, but if you want to get the most of your makeup and you are a person who invests in your makeup, which I do, you really should be using a primer. But back to that, you could spray first and then add. The setting spray is like hairspray for your face. So it's like one of those finishing things that you can do, and it's just going to set it up, and it's gonna, it does stop a transfer. So when you spray it on, it isn't going to necessarily leave, your makeup's not gonna leave your skin. But the biggest difference, which is what I wanna cover, is the powder is gonna give you that matte finish. And if you're a BB cream girl, or you're a girl that likes the highlighters, the bronzers, you really love that dimension on your skin, you're gonna want to finish with the spray versus the powder, because the powder does mattify your skin. And if you're not a person that struggles with like oily, shiny spots, you don't necessarily need to finish with a powder, you guys. And the setting spray is going to accentuate your different dimensions in your face. Like, see right here, I have a highlighter on. So when I finish with the setting spray, you guys can kind of see it amplifies my glow. It gives me that dewy look. It can help make face less powdery if you think you're over powdered. Absolutely. It gives you that dewy look, which, listen, for some people, it's not the best option for them, you guys. So some people have very shiny faces, and as the day goes on, they're like they like have to carry around those those shine, you guys know those shine eliminators. I've never had to have that. I've never had that problem, so I can't really relate to a lot to it. And I like the dewier look. So I like when you guys can see my highlighter and you can see my dimensions in my skin. And like Nikayla was saying, I don't necessarily like a lot of powdery look or a matte look. I like more dimension on my skin, and I like the glow look. So here's another person that's a really great option for the setting spray is the BB Cream girls. You guys are very natural. You like your looks really natural, and you like the glow. So you are a perfect candidate for the setting spray. So the last thing I was going to go over is, can you use the powder and setting spray together? Absolutely. And especially if you're a working gal that's at the you're working all day, 10 hours, and you want your makeup to last all day, I would layer 100%. I would get your powder on and finish with your setting spray. And like I said, another recommendation, if you're working all day, layer your powder, okay? Okay, ladies, I hope that helps. Check it out from the beginning if you missed it, because there's lots of really great tips on which product's best for you. And I'll link the shop in the comments. So you guys have an awesome day. Bye, babes.